Hi, welcome to another episode of That's Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 160, and it is Thursday, May the 21st.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Drew.
Apparently, there's a Warhammer thing that will be going on the day that this releases. The
Oh,
Warhammer video game stuff,
oh.
which I think is just going to be about the RTS games, Mechanicus 2, Warhammer Vampire Survivors, and I don't know. Probably like Alcat's going to throw in another like CRPG that even though I haven't played the first one, we'll talk about that. I mean, those games are gonna be pretty good. I don't know. I'm not playing it right now. What's been going on with you? How you been doing?
Uh, we have started playing Baldur's Gate
Oh yeah.
3.
What classes you going with?
I am a drow bard, and she is a tiefling druid.
Ah, cool. So you're rocking the the charisma, so you can
Yeah.
do all the fun dialogue options.
Yeah, except I have to like pay attention to where Kelsey is because she has a habit of just running ahead of me, and then it's like, oh, great, all
Well,
this charisma for nothing.
all the riz for nothing.
Yeah.
Who you rolling with your gang?
Um, um, are we supposed to get the tiefling before the goblin camp?
Yeah, but you can do it whenever. It's just Act One,
Okay.
so
We have
doesn't matter.
the goblin camp ends at act is the end of Act 1.
Now, the end of Act One is you going to the cursed forest.
Okay. So yeah, we have not gotten her yet, but currently it is I am piloting me and Shadowheart,
All right,
and she is piloting herself, and now Hoyson,
Halsin.
Halson, yeah.
Ah, so double druid.
She was piloting Astarion just because that was the first thing where she started getting romance options, and she's like, yes, I want the romance options. I want to see the sex scene.
Hell yeah.
And then she missed something. I don't know what
Asterion
moment.
is sort of hard to romance.
Yeah.
Like you have
Uh,
to, you can't just go in. You have to like, it's
and
dainty.
she got frustrated because the wizard was not giving her like any dialogue choices. So she switched from him to Asterion because Asterion was being more responsive.
Yeah, Astarion's kind of weird to romance from what I can
Yeah.
see. Like you have to kind of be evil but also kind of be not, and then you gotta match his vibe.
But there was also just like a event we didn't trigger because we didn't take the Risen Road. So like that just locked her out of it. That just it's just like, yep, oh well.
Yeah, it could do that. See, I went with
Yeah.
Lae'zel and it was really easy.
Which one's Lae'zel?
She's the Githyanki.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's same for Shadowheart. Shadowheart's super
Oh
easy to
yeah,
romance.
Shadowheart. Yeah, because they're like, here's the straight white male choices. You have like lizard woman or elf woman. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Karlak is
I
actually
think
kind of
if
hard to romance because she has
oh yeah.
you have to do like her side quest before you get the sex thing
Uh
because she due to
uh
her shenanigans.
yeah, her infernal engine.
Yeah,
But yeah, this game is reminding me a lot of what I don't like about Dungeons and Dragons, like all the minutia and bullshit.
well that is what it is,
Yeah, I know.
and
But like
I think
it's
it
the
works
same problem I
better
had.
as a game.
Yeah, but it's the same problem I had with Dragon Ball Fighters, where there's just like mechanics it does not explain to you. Like it says like provokes attack of opportunity, sure, but it's like Why? I don't understand why, and it doesn't tell me how to avoid that. Like I know, and but when I say I mean Kelsey. Kelsey does not know these things, and so it leads a lot to me, like, for lack of a better word, over like mansplaining common bullshit because it's like I don't know what you know and don't know, so I don't know what I need to explain to you and not explain to you,
Yeah, you need to know
which is
about how spell systems
frustrating.
go. I will say if you
Yeah.
want,
Also, yeah, oh my God, I could not figure out last night. I was like, why can't I suddenly cast spells? Where the fuck did all my spells go? Why do I have disadvantage on this range attack? I'm wearing light armor. It's not medium or heavy armor, so what the fuck's happening? My boots were medium armor.
oh, that is garbage.
Yeah.
That's one of those
Because
things where like,
I don't even think the boots had an AC bonus on them. So it's like extra what the fuck.
see, that's one of those things that's garbage. I feel that if you're doing a class, like let's say, and I'm not even counting like multi-classing garbage, but if you're playing wizard and you get equipment that's like meat leather boots,
Yeah.
they should either be grayed out or give you a warning that says like, yo, if you equip this, you're not gonna be able to cast spells.
Yeah, and like it doesn't say it anywhere until like, and of course, like I'm not mousing over any spells because they're all grayed out. So I'm like, why the fuck can I cast this? If you mouse over a spell, that's when it suddenly says armor, like equipment is preventing this. And like we're playing on PS5. I know this is kind of more of a game built for the computer.
No, you could do it on PS5.
But yeah, it's a little frustrating with like all the radial menus. Like that's their workaround for not having keyboard, is it's just like, hey, here's a circle of 8 things. Hit R1. Here's 8 more things. Hit R1. Here's 8 more things.
Uh,
But overall I think we're having fun. It's a robust character creation system.
yeah.
It's a uh fun little, I don't know, the combat, like if you know what to expect, it's fine. But
It's
if you are new to Dungeons and Dragons, it is gonna be some shit.
no, you're gonna get some garbage because you don't understand. It is a game that I feel, and I understand this is a flaw of the game, but I don't care because this is what I did. Where at some point, combat is going to get to a point where you're just gonna have to go, okay, fuck it, and then look up a guide online to make like competent character.
Oh, we're playing on Explorer.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
even
Well,
playing
okay.
on.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
Never mind then.
yeah.
But like,
I was like, no, I'm not fucking. I already hate that shit of like gonna have to like I'm already having to do shit of like, no, there's fire right here. You have to run diagonal and then on. And it's like, motherfucker, you can't just wrap it around the fire. No, you can wrap it around another character. You can understand that. But you won't just say, oh, this is dangerous terrain. Let's just go around the dangerous terrain. Like, I don't
bad
there's
pat.
there's
Okay, no, you go. Because this is. I'm just gonna.
it, Uh, and it's really it's just like, oh, there's just a bunch of little stuff. And God help you if you're not new to D&D, the sheer overwhelming of reading all the fucking spells.
Yeah.
And like, also, God help you, this is why it's really a PC game. If you're lying in bed with it on the TV, that text, it's not as bad as 360 era where the devs had LCDs and we had CRTs,
Yeah.
but it's getting there.
Oh, it's yeah. That thing really
Like
wants you to be
I have to
sitting
put my glasses. Yeah, I put my
right next
glasses
to
on
it.
every time just to be like, okay, what's this say? Okay.
Yeah, I had to play that sucker at the computer. I also think that game is way too long. I think it's way too long.
How long is it?
My playthrough took around 80, 90 hours.
How many side quests? Are you a side quester? Are,
Yep.
are you a side quester in Acts 1 and 2, and then by Act 3 you're like, I don't care, we're just getting this over with?
That's exactly what I did.
Hmm.
I did side quest until I hit level cap, which I think in this game is it's either like in the 12 or it's either 8. I think it's in the low teens or the
Yeah.
tweens. And then once I did that, I go, all
Yeah.
right,
It's like
story quest time.
it's like yeah. It's not modern D&D where you can hit 20 and be epic levels.
Yeah, no, this one's designed that you don't get too strong, even though you do get too strong. And like,
Yeah.
I yeah, so, but
Also, sorry. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say that like, man, that game could have really one of it's 3 acts. One of them should have been cut, and it was probably the middle
Yeah.
one.
Um. Yeah. Like, it's also a pain playing multiplayer, where like, okay, so Goblin War Camp, we go into the cellar and like giant spiders start tapping rhythmically at me, and I'm like, oh yes, I'm a drow. I'm loth sworn.
Yeah.
I'm I'm supposed to have a spider affinity. Okay, Kelsey just like walks in and I guess walks a little too close or something, and combat just triggers.
Oh no, it shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, what the why can't you have it understand there's just a cutscene going on?
Well, there's
And
some.
like I can understand like just have that happen if she makes an attack on another,
Well, because you
like on
can.
an enemy.
That's like one of the things you can do in multiplayer is like talk to a guy and then get your rogue behind them and sneak attack. And then you can like sneak attack to start off with like you've backstabbed them if you're planning on
Yeah.
killing them anyway. Like
Yeah.
that's a cool tactic to do. It makes you feel really smart whenever you do it.
But yeah, it's just so there's just like I say, there's just a lot of little things, and I get this game's very complicated to make, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. But like it's just a lot of little stuff that's like building up to just be frustrating.
Yeah, I could. I mean, it's replicating the tabletop RPG experience, but it's replicating a 5e, or maybe even like you could go like a fourth edition. Like
No, I think it's
it is
5e.
5e, but I'm just saying that like in terms of this is like a combat game. This is combat
Yeah,
games and puzzles.
but Dungeons and Dragons is a combat game.
That's true. Yeah, and I like that game a lot. I think it's
Yeah, I like
cool.
it. That's the reason I'm complaining about all the small nitpicks, because it's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Like I'm ignoring how many times I've accidentally hit triangle because I've muscle memory is triangle should bring up a menu for some reason. Lord knows what.
It was probably
Why?
in some video game it did that. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
I would say
But yeah, it feels like a Japanese where circle is okay and X is back
yeah.
bullshit.
Like to me, Baldur's Gate 3 is like 60 hours of a 10 out of 10, and then the last 20 hours are an 8 out of 10. So it's like pretty
Yeah.
good. But I do have complaints about it. I have many complaints about it. Have you got to the point where you can illith it up, eat some yum yum
Yeah.
tadpoles? Are you
Yeah.
juicing?
And and that's another thing where I'm like, I guess it'll be revealed, but I don't think there's going to be any actual penalties for doing that.
Um, you are correct. You should just juice.
And like
You should
and like
juice.
same thing, like I just agreed to get the brand done to me, and I don't think there's going to actually be any consequences to that either.
Some people might comment maybe, but it's not
No,
like
I got our two companions went down in like it said, oh, Shadowheart disapproves, Asterion disapproves.
yeah, no, you're gonna get
And then I
that.
looked online and it's literally -1.
No,
Like it's the
those
least
yeah,
possible.
everything you do, someone's gonna like and someone's gonna not. That's just like you just accept it.
Yeah.
You just accept it, and then you just move on.
Yeah.
Unless because Like, yeah, I was
But
just
like, but that's what I'm saying is I feel like there's not enough of that, and I can 100% imagine it's because players are going to be like, well, that's bullshit. I didn't know that it was going to do this if I said okay. That's not fair.
there's
You
a
know.
couple of cool ones that happen where there's stuff where like it looks like it's going real bad, but if you go through with it, you get a buff at the end. Like it was like the game rewards you for not bailing on a bad
Yeah.
situation, and I think there's a couple of those that are cool. There's a couple of stuff where it's like, oh, that's neat, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like you're butting against the game's constraint.
Yeah, like you can't make every decision be like super meaningful. It's just there's stuff where it's like, I don't know, getting a fucking brand on your hand should do something.
You'd think if you got the absolute brand on you that someone would comment on it at some point.
Yeah.
That like
Or it would have meaningful impact whenever you like face the absolute of like, you carry my mark. What did you think this would mean?
or something along the lines of like, if you do this in act 1, it makes it really easy. But then once you get to like halfway through act 2 and you're in like the I don't know, the Harper encampment, then it gets really hard because they don't believe you because you got that mark on you unless you could talk your way like.
Hmm.
But I don't think there's not a lot of those. There's really not a lot of those. Everything's kind of, I would say, zone specific for the most part, where you're like you're in the zone. Now sometimes quest can end if you do it wrong or whatever. Like if there's a guy who's going to show back up in act 3 and he gets killed, then he's dead. You don't get that quest.
Hmm.
But a lot of that kind of doesn't matter. A lot of it really doesn't matter. I will say, I'm assuming Kelsey can talk to animals, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That's why I picked Forest Gnome as my race, because I got that as a free ability. And then I did Warlock
Mm.
because Warlock is busted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's great. So like, if you're, in my opinion, in that game, you really want to have charisma. You want to be a charisma
Hmm.
class. So you either want to be Bard, Paladin, Warlock, or Sorcerer. And 5e Warlock is you get your Eldritch Blast cantrip and then you juice it. Every one of your pallets and feats just juices it. So then you have like a like double shot. Though you can, if you want a multi-class, you can make it like you're shooting 4 Eldritch Blast a turn that knock back and then disable, and then you're just like, yeah, I win. I win every fight.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's why I named my guy Gunther because he was a gun.
Listen, I do like playing a bard,
I think Bard is cool because
but
there's no Bard
there's
companions.
a but yeah, there's a reason though why I picked bard with oh, there's like a temporary bard companion you can get apparently.
Yeah.
But I went with the utility class and then I have the cleric too. And it's I don't think Kelsey realized how many of my turns are I cast Shield of Faith on Kelsey.
Yeah. I will say, from a slight metagame perspective, you should switch Shadowheart to another cleric discipline. Like trickery sucks. Trickery sucks really hard.
Oh, can I switch her class?
Did you get to Withers the skeleton?
Yes.
Yeah, he can do that. He can respec
Oh,
her.
sick.
Withers
All
can like
right.
respec anyone at. I think you have to pay him some gold, but like you can
Yeah,
respec
you
any
do.
of your people. So like if you want to say, like, hey Shadowheart, these like trickery illusion spells that are really cool roleplay but garbage real life. How about I make you a storm cleric and now you just have good spells?
That sounds like what I might do actually.
Yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, either tonight or tomorrow night.
yeah. I'm just saying.
Because that's the other. Oh my God, there's. It sucks that you can't both shop at the same time.
Yeah, I never had that issue.
Yeah, it's like that's another one where you don't have shared party gold. So if you're having a conversation and the other person is just like, oh, I'm saluting all the bodies while you're talking to that guy, it's just like, oh, cool.
That feels like that was designed for online and not couch. Where it's meant to like, oh, we're all on our own computer and we're playing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like I say, some more stuff where it's like, again, I can tell this is a PC game first. And then just ported because it was free money, basically. Have you played any of the other Baldur Gates?
Yep, I played Baldur's Gate 2 and a while ago. Well, that was the long ago. I never finished it.
Yeah.
But I played Baldur's Gate 2 and I played Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is a lot kind of like Baldur's Gate 2. It's like more the classical Baldur's Gate, a lot less like environment interaction and more kind of top down whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
I like that game. It's really good, especially for like the $5 I got it when it was on sale.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
for,
that's yeah.
No, that game for $5 is like incredible.
I think I got the entire Baldur's Gate franchise for like $10 on a
Yeah, that's worth it.
dog sale of something.
Something. Nah, Baldur's Gate 2, 1
Humble
and 2.
Bundle.
Yeah, those games are sick for like for low. And I have played one of the Neverwinter Nights. Not was it Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah.
I think I played one of those.
And like Icewind Dale.
I didn't do Icewind Dale. I think it was Neverwinter is the one I did.
Okay.
Because I get confused. But yeah, I did
and then,
one of those.
And having played this now too, I don't know how I would describe it to Kelsey, but I'm like, I think you would like Diablo 4 because it's the more arcadey version of this.
You mean Diablo 3?
Well, I mean, 4's out. So,
Yeah, 4 is out.
Yeah. And that's the thing where I didn't buy that one because BDS movement says don't support Microsoft, and I'm like, yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like I think that a Diablo is kind of cool. That's kind of how I got into like Baldur's Gate because I went from Diablo 2 to like Baldur's Gate because it was like, oh my god, it's kind of like Diablo but more talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great game. Great game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Do you think it should have won Game of the Year, or should Clara Obscura won?
Thankfully they weren't competing.
Oh, right. They're separate years, weren't they?
Yeah, so I didn't have to worry about that. I think Clear Obscure is a better game.
It's like JRPG style.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, it's turn-based, but there's no movement, right?
Yeah, it is. I would say it's close to a Paper Mario game.
Okay.
If you've ever, where it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mario RPG.
Yeah, Mario RPG, Paper Mario, where you're doing counters and parries and dodges, but there's like one button. So like you're doing you can counter them, and then do your riposte, and all your stuff has action commands, but it's not really. It's more than a Final Fantasy.
It's timing. It's not memorizing buttons or anything.
Yeah.
I have heard like Nextlander talk about it, like where changing one party member can like make it feel like an entirely different combat system.
Well, yeah, I not entirely different, but every party member in Clair Obscur is very specialized at doing a thing.
Yeah.
So like your wizard has a very unique skill system of like getting charges and expending charges. So like you'll have spells that give you 3 lightning orbs and then a spell that spends all your lightning orbs to do stuff, and you got all sorts of crap like that.
Yeah.
And like everyone has their own system. One guy just has Devil May Cry style meter.
Sick.
And you have to, the more you parry, the less you get hit, the more you do your stuff. He goes from A to S, and then his skills get better as your style goes up. It's cool.
Question about parries in that game. Like, this was my problem with Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
is I want when I hit parry button, the parry is active. I don't want it to be like, no, the parry is the attack, so therefore, like, you have to hit it. So the wind up comes out, and then the clashes
No,
happen, and that's a parry.
you're hitting it good. I can't
Okay,
describe it like there's early parries and late parries. This one is
yeah.
correct. It's a correct parry.
This is third strike parries, where it's
Yeah.
like, no, you hit parry when the attack would hit you.
Yeah, and I mean obviously there's some frame leniency. But there's
Yeah.
it's enough where you can parry shit in that. I was parrying a lot in that game, but I didn't parry everything because it gets really hard.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
You have a
Like that's
parry.
that turns into have you memorized all the attack
Yeah,
animations?
I would say like you can parry, but if you miss a parry, you can start doing dodges, and dodges are like way more lenient, way more like
Oh.
you have like 30 frames on your dodge, or I mean not that much, but
Oh.
it's enough where if you're trying to parry a series of attacks and you miss one, you go, all right, then I'll just dodge the rest of them.
Dot, 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 dot.
Yeah, it's good though. I think it's also way more concise.
Okay.
It doesn't have a 20-hour third act that I rushed through because I was done.
Yeah, I don't know how Kelsey deals with long games. I don't know that she's played a long game.
I feel if in that sort of game where there comes a point where you can consider your plate cleaned if you have spent more hours in it
Yeah,
than you've paid. So
yeah,
if you bought that thing at like 50 and you're on hour 55 and I'm done, then you can say, you know what? We can put this on the shelf.
yeah.
It counts. It does not count on the backlog. That was
Yeah, that's one of those two where it was annoying where it was on sale on Steam but not on the PlayStation.
yeah, well yeah, that's
And
one of
it's
the yeah.
yeah. And it was I don't this game's one where I'm like, no, you don't need to buy it on the Steam Deck. You and Kelsey are playing it, that's fine. You don't need to have a separate file where you're playing it without her.
No, you
That's
wouldn't.
absurd.
No, that's crazy. That's also one of
Yeah.
those games that I think is long enough. When I hear people talking about multiple runs, I don't understand. I can't.
Yeah, like I do, but it's gonna be some time before I do another run. Because I'm like looking, I'm like, yeah, I could see how I would want to make another character and play this out differently.
I could see that, but I could also see like I could play like another video game.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I mean that you're just gonna have this thing forever, so at some point you could just play it again.
Yeah. At some point, I'll do a cyberpunk again. At some point, that'll happen.
Nah, Cyberpunk won't.
Nah, hey, you're probably right. I like that game though. What else? Did you watch Game Over Verse or Game Oververse?
No, the only thing I've seen was like that first teaser something they put out
Yeah.
like months ago. And I did not care for that, so I did not watch the
The newest glitch
whatever.
cartoon, Game
Yeah,
Oververse, which I think it should be Game Oververse, but it's Game Oververse. That's like
yeah, game
my
over.
that's my first flaw. I think that show is fundamentally flawed on multiple levels.
See, it's funny when I didn't. I thought it was game
I
over,
Yeah.
and I whenever I thought that's what I read, I was like, should it just be game over? So I'm diametrically opposed to you here, Kevin. I agree.
All right,
This
that's
is not this is not calling lawnmower games bullet heavens.
but so I I don't know. This as I said on as I was saying on the old Blue Ski, it's like every glitch cartoon is either a real cartoon, teen edgy, or bad, and there's two out of the three. They're all
Yep, you
two
picked.
out of the three,
You gotta pick two.
and this
The fucking gaslighting or whatever,
oh
that's
no,
bad and edgy.
yeah, it's bad, edgy. This one is bad, but it is a real cartoon.
Yeah.
The what is it? Knights of Guinevere is real cartoon edgy. I also think Digital Circus is real cartoon edgy.
Yeah.
Murder Drones is bad edgy. I
I
watched.
don't even know what that
That's
is.
like the one they did before Digital Circus, and it's
Okay.
I can best describe it as the goth girl hot topic sixth grade television show.
Oh.
Like, what if Invader Zim didn't have the hard sci-fi jokes that appealed to me, and it was just
Yeah.
like lol random, but also mech violence. But it's
So I can't remember what episode it is, but there's an episode where Dib's dad says the line, "My poor insane son," and like that the cadence and delivery and everything has never left me. I have routinely said "my poor insane ex," and Kelsey is now saying "poor insane ex." I
good,
was like,
good, good. No, that's the thing. There's some stuff there. I think so. My problems with Gameoverse is I think it either needs to be more funny or have a better plot. Like it's not funny. So that's
"Oh,
like
it's Danny Phantom."
yeah, it is a very Danny Phantom kind of show where it's trying to have jokes and none of them are hitting and I think it's kind of aggravating. And it's also like video game. So one of the problems is that the show ostensibly is the heroes of video game are in their video game world or whatever. They're the
Okay.
titular gameoverse. And if the heroes beat the villain of the game, then the planet explodes and everyone dies.
If the heroes beat the
If the
villain,
hero wins, the game, the planet blows up or whatever, and and that's it.
so the
So
villain has to win.
so the hero doesn't have to lose or something. It doesn't make sense because so the ex villains are trying to help the heroes so they can blow up the planets and the ex heroes are trying to help the villains to keep the planets alive.
So it's like if reboot the cubes were the only time the citizens existed.
Yes,
So it would turn into a thing of like, no, we're just burning the
prolonging it.
user's time.
Yeah.
We just have to keep the user engaged so we don't die.
Also, I'm glad you brought up reboot because I think one of the flaws of the show should have been like just on a structural thing that the titular like cat girl or whatever she has to beat the villain first because then it creates a state where the world doesn't die instead of trying to help the villain win because to me
Uh,
like reboot is stop the user to save the world because then it just ends where this one's
yeah.
like because in terms of video game sort of scenarios it's like well what if you're in Sonic the Hedgehog and then you're like okay we have to help Dr. Robotnik win so to keep his tyrannical techno-fascist state alive and
Yeah, because it's like at that point, it's like, okay, we're alive, but what hell are we living in?
yeah, where like to me that's why you'd want her to be able to say like, well, if she beats him up instead of Sonic, then everyone's okay. And then the meta villains have to help Sonic win so the planet blows up. And that's
Yeah.
how I would structure it as like a loser. Also our main character is Catgirl Mega Man, but she doesn't really have Mega Man powers, which I feel like is a something that a character in this kind of show would be interesting to have because a Mega Man can steal different powers as we all know.
Yeah,
And that would make
that's. Go ahead.
I would say and that like makes way more sense from your plot to have your character be like very special and important because she's a hero in a game about taking powers, which means
Yeah.
that you're uniquely suited for this where like Mario can't do that.
Yeah, also then that's your loophole at the end of the season is like, hey, guess what? All those powers you have stockpiled, they contain like the code to restore the planet that have been destroyed.
Exactly. It's also like it doesn't. I think it's weird because it's ostensibly by I think Aaron from Game Grumps and Rubber Ross, who are people who know video games. But there's been stuff like structurally this concept has been done before. We've seen even Kingdom Hearts do it, where Kingdom Hearts is about trying to like keep the world from being messed up by the heartless or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I feel if you're a nerd who plays a bunch of video games, you've seen the concept of going into the different game characters, going into stuff to save it. Even from the classic subspace emissary mode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl,
Yep.
did
It is a
this.
pretty common theme.
Yeah, like this is happens a lot. But yeah, but none of this would matter if the jokes were good.
Yeah.
If this was like a funny cartoon, I would be like, yeah, who cares? The jokes are good, but the jokes aren't good. The action, like, it's relatively well animated. It is a real cartoon. I'm not gonna say but it's just like the music. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
At least
Talking about real.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say, at least the Gaslight District, I was very critical about it, but it did look unique.
Yeah, that is true.
Like I could give that show credit that I did like how it looked and how it moved, even if it was a little too frantic editing. But I was like, you know what? It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
I can't.
That was not that show's weak point.
No, and I would say the weak point of that show was not something I feel as a layman who did a failed video game webcomic could easily fix. Like I feel like I could look at like the design document of Gameoverse and be like, change this, do this, change this, and then it makes it like way more consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you brought up Kingdom Hearts, and it was a shower idea I revisited again this week. Have you ever thought about the alternate version of Kingdom Hearts, where instead of Disney, it's Looney Tunes?
Okay, so you mean is it just WB or only Looney Tunes?
I would say it would eventually be WB, but it's just Disney. So like Disney main characters, and then you'd be visiting WB worlds.
Okay, so like good Space Jam.
But like, yeah, but so like you'd be paired up, like your sidekicks would be Daffy Duck and I don't know, Taz. Who would I pick?
Well, because it's not. It's
Wile E.
obviously
Coyote.
no. Well, no, because Wile E.
No.
Coyote be making the ship.
Yeah.
I think you should just do Daffy and Porky.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
it
duo.
is. There
Like
it is.
that's
Yep,
they're
Daffy
together
and
usually.
Porky.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's it. But then, so obviously, if we're changing Looney Tunes, who do you change the Final Fantasies to? And this is where the idea gets some gas.
I would think you go Mortal Kombat.
No, you go Dragon Quest.
Ooh, okay.
Because
Okay.
that's the other JRPG.
Okay, I'm in there. I'm thinking about it. I've been playing Dragon Quest 7 and it's real good. That game
And like,
is just Dragon Quest. It's great.
and I mean, it's no secret. Bugs Bunny is way more badass than Mickey Mouse is.
Oh, 100%. Huh. Like I could see the argument between Donald Duck and Daffy. I can see that argument.
Yep.
But no, Bugs is way better than Mickey. I think Mickey sucks. I'm gonna blow
Yeah,
it
Mickey
there.
is just such like and it's the goal is to keep Mickey as bland as possible so he's inoffensive and has
Yeah.
wide appeal. So he just sucks.
Like Goofy, great. Love Goofy.
Yep.
Goofy movie, fantastic. Fantastic.
Yep.
Donald Duck, love him. Scrooge McDuck, love him. Darkwing Duck, love him.
Yep.
The three Duck Kings, they're great.
Yeah, that's the problem is it's the ducks are the good ones. Mickey Mouse sucks.
Mickey Mouse does suck. It never hits. They tried. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just like, who cares?
I do like him saying, "Did someone mention Door to Darkness?" And Kingdom Hearts 2. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
But yeah, then you also do get to have a summon of Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be sick?
that would be really yeah, because that would be like their when they did the Pirates of the Caribbean, is that they would do Space Jam.
Yeah.
It'd be like what I hoped multiverses would be, where it gets weird with it.
Yeah.
Or are we talking about like the crossover that's like that Funko Pop game? Do you remember that
I don't
Funko
know.
Pop game?
This is more, it came back to me this time because I was like, man, this is the ultimate indictment of WB Games. Is Kingdom Hearts came out and they weren't smart enough to say, wait, we could just do that.
I would say the ultimate indictment of WB Games is that they just failed.
Yeah. I mean, yes. But this is the indictment of why they failed.
Yeah. I can't even, you know what? I'm going to be out there. I don't even think it's their fault. I think it's entirely management cuz
Yeah, it is.
cuz the games they make are always profitable. Like
Yeah.
the Batman games were profitable until they tried to make them do Fortnite live service that was terrible. That Harry Potter game made bank, and Mortal Kombat
And it was just a Ubisoft game.
yeah.
They just said like Ubisoft's not the only one who could make this.
And like and Mortal Kombat always is profitable.
Yep.
It's not good, but it makes money.
Yep.
So I think it's pure management. Cause like
Yeah. No, management are the people who says, why make this when we can cancel it for a tax write-off?
or why just get AI to do it? Just get AI. They're the ones of why, like, I think Tubi is making a Scooby-Doo show instead of WB.
Yeah, I think, yes, they are.
They're making, like, anime Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
And it's like, WB, what are you doing? Of course we know what they're doing. They just floundered so they could sell it all to Paramount, to make Paramount even worse. Thank you.
Yep. Love it. It's great.
Love the Hell future. Speaking of the Hell future, okay. Did you watch that Gundam video?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's pretty good. It's very,
I had meant to, but yeah, I never.
it's very touching. It's very well done. I don't like the implication that the thing I like is for grandpas, even though I'm getting 40 and I'm starting to feel like, oh no, this thing's like, isn't it fun to show Gundam to your kids and grandkids? And I just feel like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
No,
Kevin, listen, this is the question has been solved. You start a gunpla building academy.
there we go.
The Shingyo school. And then you build a sick ass master Gundam.
Okay, I'm listening. But yeah, it was pretty
and
good.
And then that means Nolan's gonna be Rao.
Oh man. No, Nolan. If I know Nolan would want to be Quattro Vagina. He'd want to go in with
That's not a real name.
Oh, do you not know about Quattro Vagina?
That's not a. No, that's Char and
Yeah, and Zeta. Where
Yeah,
he's wearing the sunglasses and everyone knows.
Who could that be?
It's really funny because in Zeta, everyone from the original Mobile Suit Gundam looks at him and is like, that's just Char. Like they all, like the new characters don't get it, but every old character is like, no, that's Char. Like why is he here? Why is Char Aznavour here? But anyway, so the important point about that Gundam video is the Japanese Mandalorian and Grogu AI generated copy of it that they used for marketing.
Gross.
It's real bad, and it's trying to do like the same stuff but AI generated, and it's like where the Gundam one had lovingly animated scenes of Gundam, this one's like AI that AI anime of guy playing with Luke Skywalker doll. It looks real
Oh
bad.
yeah.
It's really bad. And they're like, and now I'm here with my son to share my love of Star Wars. And it shows like the screen and it's a Mandalorian and Grogu.
Like,
It's
what I
like
find especially gross about that is Disney currently has that same commercial, but lovingly made for the Disney cruises. Like it's like, I guess one generation ago, a dad gets up in the middle, like his kid's like not like fussy or whatever, so he gets up and they go on like a nighttime walk around the cruise ship. And then it cuts like a few years later, and the kid's like, Dad, are we gonna do our walk? And they do the walk around the cruise ship. And like they show the kid grow up, and then the kid knocks on the door, but now he's an adult and he's got his own baby, and he's like, Dad, are we gonna do the nighttime walk?
see like this kind of like this has been done with like a lot of our
Yeah, it's
mega
yeah. That's
franchises.
that's the hell we're in, is that's just what life, everything's recycled forever.
But what I'm saying is at least like the
And you're told
Pope.
to celebrate that.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You're supposed to look at the grim reminder that Gundam's turning 50 years old, and then you get some blessed of like, well, at least they're different ones. At least there's different ones, you know?
My brain went, but you get the grim satisfaction that the plastic will outlive me. My
Oh, of
gunpowder will
course.
still be,
Oh,
look upon my work, ye mighty, and despair.
oh man, like future the all tomorrows aliens are gonna be digging up like Gundam Exia, and they'll look at it and go, look at these people's strange god.
That's sick as hell. That's way better than our god.
Oh man, listen. Gu- Gundam is way more trans positive and LGBTQ plus
Yeah,
accepting.
Trans Am, baby.
Exactly. The Trans Am system's really cool. You turn red and you move really fast. That's
Yep,
what
I know, I
HRT
saw.
is, I assume.
Yep.
But yeah, also in other, it never ends. They did that video and they showed that there is a new Gundam Wing something being made.
Ah.
My so a lot of people guess they said it's not going to be like the other one where they did the opening and they did like that 2 minute redo opening.
Yeah, they're gonna do a 2 minute redo closing.
Yeah, they're good. So you're gonna see Relina in HD like playing with all the wild animals.
And mad.
Yeah, that's no. I'd be okay with that. My theory is they're going to be adapting the Frozen Teardrop sequel novel, where it's basically the Gundam boys go to the
Oh.
Mars colony and shenanigans ensue.
Uh,
And they're going to do that as either a movie or like an 8 episode show. They'll do that. That would be my bet on what they're doing. Some idiots out there think they're gonna redo the whole show, but done for like the what is it? It's like Glory to the Losers manga, which was
sure.
that was the guy who like wrote it and then they changed it halfway and then he says, "All right, I'm gonna do the manga of how it should have gone." But I'm like, I
I
don't care
love
about
it.
that.
I love that level of petty.
Yeah. Well, people wanted more Gundam Wing. People love Gundam Wing. America loves Gundam Wing the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
America loves
That's
it.
that's our Gundam.
We love it a lot. You try. You could.
I mean, yeah, I will take Gundam Wing over regular Gundam, excepting in Gundam Battle Assault 2.
Well, that one gave original ass Gundam the power he deserves. They give Grandpa
Yeah,
the strength.
Yep. Can you imagine if Ryu just had oh yeah, this just does half your health. This instant 1 frame super.
Also hits OTG, so like you could sweep and then just do it, and now you're gone.
Yeah. And I got 3 of them. Doc at the start.
Yeah, it's one frame, hits through anything, invincible, and OTGs, so he can just get you.
Uh, it does not. If you're standing point blank, it does whiff because that's where the chain is and not the actual Gundam hammer.
Yeah,
That's its one weakness.
well, we can always try next time.
You can't defend.
I
Fancy pants.
I do like. I did finish. I finished actually. I finished Gundam X. I think Gundam X has a really cool ending.
Yeah, I will say it again. I thought Gundam X and Gundam Double O were the same show.
Yeah, no, no. Gundam X is like but it's kind of like the inverse of Wing, where it gets better as it goes on. Like around halfway, it just gets really good when the plot begins, and then you're just like, okay, we got a little plot going on, and
All right.
and it
You'll love to see it.
then the ending nails it. I can only describe as a Mob Psycho-esque twist to the ending, where it's really good. Where you get to the end and everyone's like, and then it's like, nah, what are you doing, you idiots? You don't even know what you're talking about. And every main character gets rebuked, and it's really good.
All right.
Love it.
I feel like, Kevin, you're gonna wind up watching a lot of Gundam, a lot of these, and then you're gonna at some point rewatch Build Fighters, and then you're like, okay, I guess Build Fighters is my favorite now because all of the references make sense.
That's probably true, because there's a lot of stuff I'm seeing that's like, okay, I get it. Like there is a sliding scale where some of these I'm gonna have to rewatch again. Build Fighters is definitely on there. And I've now seen so much, I think I would get like, I didn't see Seed and Seed Destiny before Build Fighters, and that's like that's the guy's Gundam. It's the Build Strike Gundam. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. I get why you chose the Strike Gundam, because it's modular in a cool way. Not dumb like the Destiny Gundam. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
There's sorry, my brain then jumped to the same way for the Looney Tunes of, you know what else is fucked? There's no Build Fighters for Zoids.
I think Zoids is one of Zoids is so mismanaged, and I think Zoids should just. I mean, because they had animes, but they were just terrible. I think they aimed too young.
I don't know. I want to rewatch the anime because one is trying very hard to be a Gundam, and then the Big Cloud one, I don't fucking know if it was actually good or not.
No, I think that one was good. I am more positive on Chaotic Century. I don't think it's as, but like, I get the attempt here, but then the other ones
just making Gundam.
The other ones were like baby shows. The other ones were like your baby toy show, and I feel like Gundam succeeds because it pretends to be a grown-up show.
Yeah.
And sometimes it hits a grown-up show.
It's the difference between the first Beyblade anime and later Beyblade animes.
100% true.
Or the first American Yu-Gi-Oh season and later Yu-Gi-Oh seasons.
Or I would even say like, because Yu-Gi-Oh kind of has like Yu-Gi-Oh. I would say like Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds is like it's trying to be little bit more mature for its toy show.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Where it's like, hey, look, this is like a stratified society with poverty and stuff. Like there's stuff happening in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. Even it's not a lot of stuff, but comparatively to like to GX, or it's like, oh man, there's a theme here. Or like the Pokemon anime. I feel like the Pokemon anime is like the trash of like the standard of this anime is garbage, but I watched it, and then there's some that are sub Pokemon.
Yeah, where it's like, this is bad enough that I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, like I didn't even watch, and this was when I was watching like anything that had anime on it, and then you're showing me like Battle Beedamon, and I'm like, no thank you.
Yeah.
No thank you. Beyblade's good though. Yo, that first season of Beyblade's like,
Yep.
yo, I'm into
First
it.
series of Beyblade?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, one with
Yeah.
Tyson. When Tyson
Well,
was
Tyson, they come back. Fat Tyson
I
is
was gonna say
the
when
marker.
it was Fat Tyson and Madhouse drew it. That was the good
Yeah.
Beyblade.
Yeah.
Whenever Tyson got really thin, I'm like, get this shit out of here.
When Tyson got skinny and the Bays got CG,
Yeah,
I
get
said
out.
no.
Get out. Leave. Abscond. That is not the
I
tone.
remember being excited for the new Beyblade series and being immediately disappointed.
I remember like just completely bailing, and I want to be like I as you should as you're well aware with my love of cartoons and acceptance of baby cartoons. And then I saw that one, I'm like, no. And I was watching like old Beyblade, and I was loving it. I was loving that show. I loved
Yeah, it's sick.
I loved when Black Dronzer blew up the facility. I was like, that's so cool. He's so evil. I loved it when they
And
put
like,
the silver dollar on the Beyblade so we could fight the werewolf
fight the
beast.
vampire, yeah.
No, that's so
when,
dope.
God, when they launched their Beyblade backwards so it could counter Kai's finishing move.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, my Bay was spinning in reverse, so it just stole all your momentum.
Yeah. It's cool.
The fucking American sports team from SNK are just
Yeah,
in Beyblade.
he just like spiked a football and a Beyblade exploded out. It was great. I love it. It's stupid. I love toy anime. Toy anime is good.
Yep.
Toy anime. That's what I mean. Guess what all Gundam is. Let's be real.
Yep.
It's
Gundam and Transformers.
Yeah, I think Gundam's better. I'm other than Beast Wars. I think Transformers sucks. That's gonna be like my big hot take.
I saw someone making the argument that the actual generational divide is millennials who love the 80s and millennials who don't.
There's
Yeah. I don't give a shit about G.I. Joe and
No.
Transformers in the least.
No, I only like Beast Wars. I love Beast
Yeah.
Wars because Beast Wars is like a good show. But like I've watched 80s Transformers. I thought it was bad. I watched Ninja Turtles and I liked Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I like
when I
Ninja
was
Turtles.
a baby. I didn't like it. I like certain Ninja Turtles, but I'm not like I'm not like a man-child looking back at Ninja Turtles and being like, yeah, I need to watch more of that.
Yeah, it's more like I look back at it and I'm like, you know what? That Fox Kids one was probably a better show if I would have given it a chance.
It had some stuff. It had some stuff. I liked the ending. The ending movie of that Fox one was shockingly good. Because they
Was
actually
that the CG one?
no, that's the one where
Okay.
they hand animated it and they did the turtles kind of. They went back and had the '80s turtles show up in the
Oh,
80s
yeah,
style.
yeah.
And then they went to
Yeah.
like the one before where they were all in black and white and they showed up.
Yeah, I can't call it Turtles in Time, but yeah.
It was Turtles Forever, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. I was like, no, that's pretty good. I will also, I think I will defend Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie where Batman's in it because they use their licenses very well than it should be.
Oh, did you see Umazawa's Jita is unbanned in modern?
Hell yeah. Although it's probably not
And-
good. It's not good enough for modern.
Yeah, it doesn't hang anymore, which is incredible.
No, it's like how
But for those unaware, they made a version for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set where it was Raph's Jita.
yeah. They changed Raph to have a Jite instead of a Sai because the Sai is too violent. But then in some of the old art from the old Ninja Turtles, he has his Sai on there. So
I really think they changed it just so they could reprint Umazawa's Jita.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's actually what it is.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's like, oh, hey, we have a way to reprint this like beloved busted card that people want and put a flavor twist on it. We'd be stupid not to.
They have to convince the millennials that hate the 80s to buy this set full of things they hate on it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because there's a lot of those '80s shows that like I don't like. I really
Yeah,
like a lot. It's when they're trying. I think when they're trying to nostalgia bait me with something, and like I know what it is, but I don't have fondness for it, and I just feel really embarrassed.
I don't know what it says that the only ones I care about from that lineup are Thundercats and Silverhawks.
Neither Thunderhawks or Thundercats or Silverhawks did. I don't like. I liked
Like I
Exo
don't
Squad.
like I know that the actual show is boring as hell, but I don't know, there's a level of like theater to it that I like. Also, in the Silverhawks opening, when the cowboy Silverhawk, okay, one, there's just a fucking cowboy
Oh yeah,
Silverhawk,
when
but
he's
two, when he
just
just hit
slamming.
that sweet ass guitar solo,
Yeah, it's really good. No, that intro is
that's,
really good. Yeah, there's a
yeah,
lot of. Maybe we should talk about '80s cartoons. Maybe because there's a lot of like cartoons that are like, I don't know. It's weird. It's really
yep,
weird. Like, because
yep,
there's a lot of like cartoons I have somewhat fondness for, and a lot of them were like because they were on USA and I watched them before church.
yeah.
Like it wasn't
Like
like
it's Thundercats and Silverhawks had a weird slot of showing up on early Toonami, I think.
yeah, well yeah, that was when the olden days when they didn't have anime and it was just
Yeah, when
like
it was Moltar hosting
yeah,
it.
when Moltar was on it, they didn't really have anime, so they just
Yeah.
put like vaguely action shows like your Transformers or whatever. I
But not Transformers.
yeah,
Like
not
I think that I don't.
Transformers.
It's like we can't afford that. We can't afford Silver.
Yeah, because like Transform or GI Joe or one of them was on like Fox, because that's when I watched it.
Yeah,
That was like the Fox
yeah.
Kids hour or whatever.
And that's I've never watched GI Joe. Like I don't know how, but I've just never watched GI Joe.
I have watched GI Joe. I have like vague half memories of it. I remember that part where Cobra Commander got turned into a Snake Man and Serpentor showed up.
Sick.
I don't remember the one that Jeff Gerstmann always talks about where like their version of Shore Leave goes to the replicant village and they all melt because they made
Yeah,
like Cobra made like a fake like all his family that was fake and then they all just melted and he's like ah I don't remember I never saw that one.
yeah. That's the one episode I've thought about watching. But I think the problem is I'm gonna watch it and, like you say, I'm just gonna be like, that's not Shore Leave. It'd be very different if
Because
that was
that's what
Shore Leave.
because I know it's like the sailor guy. I'm like, yeah, it's Shore Leave.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
him.
Shore Leave.
No, I'm gonna make a note about '80s/'90s cartoons because there's some of these like I have a like because
I watched the Cartoon Network He-Man.
oh I watched that one the reboot.
Yeah,
I watched a little
the
bit of it.
I don't know what to call that kind of the like I would have just said like the new series, but like is that a reboot? I guess
I
it
think it's a
is.
re no it's just
I
like
think it is.
yeah I would
A
call it
re
a it's
It
not
just feels weird applying modern parlance to that because it's like, well, those weren't called reboots then. By all measures, it is.
yeah like it's like when I mean they do it to like Ninja Turtles and crap where they just do a
Yeah,
new
just
one. It's the
yeah.
same
Like my brain,
show.
I would call them just a new series,
Yeah,
but
the
yeah,
new one.
it is a reboot. Technically, Ninja Turtles, I think I can get away with saying a new adaptation.
I would say like a new Ninja Turtles cartoon or something.
Yeah,
Like Beast
but
Wars is very different than Transformers. You'd say that's a new Transformers show.
yeah. Well, also Beast Wars is set in the same continuity. They didn't reset anything.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just
You see
they got
Optimus
there
Prime there.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I just think because it's kind of weird. Like I didn't watch like real Ghostbusters, but I watched a shit ton of
Yep.
extreme Ghostbusters.
Yep. I think I've seen some real Ghostbusters, and it's one of those where, like as a young enough child where you don't have a scheduled memorize, so like you'd come upon it and be like, I get to watch it today. All right.
I liked.
Because it came on a non-standard channel for me.
Yeah, it was like weird. I did watch it. I liked. I did seek out the Real Ghostbusters episode with Cthulhu because that was an interesting
Yeah.
one. Just because that spoiler for an episode of Real Ghostbusters, but that one ends with them saying we stopped him, and like the Innsmouth priest who is there says, "No, you just stopped it. You just delayed him. He can't be stopped." And then the episode ends.
Does that same thing then show back up in Extreme Ghostbusters?
I know because it's not Cthulhu. The old people show up, but it's not Cthulhu.
Because yeah, there's an episode, and I, God help me, I haven't watched Extreme Ghostbusters since Zone made a flash out of it.
I think there's
But
some level of cartoon that even nostalgia bait I'm not going to go back to. Like, it's not worth my time.
I always feel close to going back to Extreme Ghostbusters. I've watched the first few episodes, and just the fact that Egon is a community college professor in the opening, I think is like, yes, yep, that's 100% accurate.
I think I'd rather go back to that show than Men in Black.
Yeah.
I feel like Men in Black was not very. There's like a couple of good like the one where Kay's mentor, like alien, he was just like homunculus himself with alien parts. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say I do have that opening animation saved on my phone.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But yeah, we'll talk more about 80s, 90s cartoons next time. Because later days.
That's your assignment. Go watch all of
go
your
watch,
choice of show.
Go watch a random obtuse, like, go watch Wish Kid. Go watch the Macaulay Culkin video cartoon Wish Kid.
Go watch Mighty Max.
Dude, Mighty Max is sick. Mighty
Go
Max
watch
is
Bobby's
sick.
World.
Yeah, go watch Bobby's World. That's the one. That's the one where, like, that level of trash that you watched it because it was a cartoon. See, kids these days, they don't understand. They have so much anime and high quality cartoons. Like, listen, I would have.
They just scroll on their phones.
Listen, I would have killed for Game Overs in the 90s.
Yeah, Game Over compared to Captain N? No, fucking not even.
No, it's not even close. Game Overs stomps the shit out of like every cartoon. I would say 90% of cartoons made, period.
Yep.
That's how.
Yep.
Listen, before we go, that's how blessed I am. Every Glitch cartoon is better than most cartoons. I'm gonna give it to that. Like, yo, if you showed me the Gaslight District, I'd be like, yo, this is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Yep. If that came on Adult Swim when I was 14.
Oh God, it'd be over. It'd be over.
Yep.
You'd be like, oh man. But yeah. We'll talk more about garbage next time, like Street Sharks.
Are you gonna go see the Digital Circus in theaters, Kevin?
No, I don't care. I'm just gonna watch it when it shows up on my YouTube channel.
It's weird that YouTube shit is getting into theaters.
I get it, because theaters are trying to find some way to get people to go to movies.
Yep.
Me and my dad were talking about this. I know we're delayed, but whatever. We were talking about, like, we don't really watch movies anymore. And it's kind of like, because if I'm going to watch a show with my dad, I'm watching an older show from like the 60s or like we started watching a couple episodes of Starsky and Hutch. And you know what? I like that show, but every episode's like an hour. It's like you watch one and you're basically like, that was kind of a movie. We don't need to watch a movie today. We're good.
That's I think every day I get a little closer to watching Battlestar Galactica or Farscape. I'm not convinced they're also not the same show.
Well, Farscape's different. It has Muppets.
Okay, Farscape just got closer to being watched than Battlestar Galactica.
Or you could watch Lex, the horny Canadian version of fucking Farscape.
Kevin, I would just watch Trip in the Rift in that case.
Oh, there you go. You watch some class. See, we were watching Trip in the Rift. Good lord. Good
Yep,
lord. Good
yep.
lord. Good.
Kids
Oh.
don't
Kids
know.
don't know how much I suffered for
They don't.
cartoons. They don't know.
It's also like, okay, it's cartoon, it's funny, and there's a mostly naked lady. What more could a teenage boy need? Kids don't know. They're just
Kids
like,
don't know.
let's pull porn up. Let's have porn.
You didn't watch Lex on Sci-Fi Channel because it was kind of horny at a little bit. They don't
Yep.
know.
They
Don't
don't
know.
God, watching what fucking God. And the standards had not been pushed like they are today.
No. 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 This was dire. This is dire. Oh man. This is when you'd actually watch crap on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The week everyone comes and it's like, did you see Ice Spiders?
hell yeah. I spider so fucking stupid. Anyway, later days. Bye. It's too hot in here.
Later
We gotta call it a
days.
day. Bye.